Hey gorgeous, my name's Victoria Tippett. I'm an international psychic medium and spirit-led empowerment mentor. What does that mean? That means that I have a connection to spirit, to source, the divine, whatever you want to call it. I call it spirit, where we leave the earth plane and we go into the spiritual realm. So we're here today to give you a reading of what is coming up for us this week. So what is coming up for us this week of the 3rd of June? So what are we expecting to happen this week? But before we go into that, make sure you head over to my Facebook group, The Limitless Spiritual Woman, where we have so many amazing videos going every day, cards that are coming in every day, all the amazing things. Now, if you want to book yourself in a one-to-one with me and you want to go for a deep dive into what is coming up for you, what your spirit guides want you to know, and so much more, then you need to use the links below to book in. Now, let's crack on with what's coming up this week. So, this week is about understanding that there is going to be a lot of things that happen this week that kind of make no sense. Okay, there's been a lot of shedding recently. There's been a lot of collective getting rid of clutter. There's been a lot of collective kind of just shedding and starting to have this real spring clean in the air, but everybody's just getting rid of things and stuff and people and all those amazing things, right? So we have been shedding and starting to just make things a bit more streamlined. But this week is going to be one of those weeks where things don't feel like they're going the way that we want them to. It doesn't mean that we're going to have a bad week. It just means that sometimes life is going to throw us a curveball and we're going to be thinking, okay, where did that come from? You know, in the middle of a conversation when someone just throws in a random word and you're thinking, okay, I don't know where that came from, but that's obviously there for a reason. So this for you is about understanding that this week there is going to be things that happen, and just understand that life works in mysterious ways, and so does spirit. There is this vision of life being a mystery, and it's so powerful because we don't need to know exactly what's happening. We do need to know that we are moving forward in a really, really powerful way. Now, as we are moving forward and starting to understand that things are, you know, they do have this mystical, magical way of happening. Everything always falls into place. Everything always works out how it's meant to work out. So it's about us embracing it. It's not like, why me? It's try me. And understanding this is not happening to you, it's happening for you to grow into the next version of you, should you choose to see the lessons in it. I know it sounds really kind of, right, okay, well, easy for her to say, but it is very much one of those spaces right now where we just need to be really embracing these changes and these growths, because life isn't always going to be easy in the way that we expect it to, but we learn so much more through going through hardships and going through lower moments than we do on the mountaintops. And so those parts are only just a brief part of our journey. It's the climbing up, it's the understanding other people, it's the connecting with other people, it's seeing things not work out in the way we want them to understand that we are moving forward in the right direction. So this is super huge. So understand that there's going to be things that are thrown this week, good, bad and indifferent, and you get to choose how you see them. Okay, that is really powerful. Now, when that happens, so I want you guys to start thinking, or Spirit want you guys to start thinking, that we need to start thinking in a different way. So maybe we need to start learning things in a different way, or reframing the way we see things. Because when we reframe what we're seeing or what we're experiencing, we start to see them in a different way. This is part of the stuff that I do with my transformational clients, is that we work on the things that have come up for them, but we see them in a totally different way. Because quite often we see things, particularly from childhood, in a particular way. So it may be that something happened and we see it in a certain way, and when we think back to it, we still see it in that particular way. And this is now coming from a different energetics where we can start to release the things that no longer serve us. That means that we can start to move forward into the next phase of our journey. So really starting to have this kind of beginner's mind of just realizing that every day is a spiritual growth day. Every day is a growing day for us on a physical and emotional and a spiritual level, which means that we get to be the next version of us all the time. So we don't ever get to stay stagnant. We don't ever get to stay in this one space. And when we get to learn all of the things that come up for us when we start thinking about the next part of our journey, we get to see what is right for us, what is coming up for us, so how we can step into that and have the massive growth. Now, during all of that, what I want you to start thinking, or what Spirit wants you to start thinking, is that we need to use our mind in a way where we are seeing these things. So we're starting to reframe them. We're not starting to see them in a totally different way than we had done before. What does that mean? That means that we get to step into the next phase of our journey. That means we get to step into who we are meant to be. We're not here for this, longevity, being in this tight circle. We're here for the connection. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable as we bounce from one section of our lives to the other, but it's bouncing with momentum, bouncing with purpose, rather than us bouncing aimlessly in all different directions. And this is really powerful when we use our mind and our soul and our intuition all together to create this massive change in us. This week is going to be huge. This week is going to be so transformational, energetically, spiritually, all of those things. You're going to start feeling things in a different way. And when they come up for you, just allow yourself to release them. I'm releasing what no longer serves me. I'm releasing with love. Allow yourself to release the things that are not for your highest good, because that is going to be so empowering for you when you do. So that's this week. So make sure you subscribe to this gorgeous channel. Make sure you come and join us in the Facebook group, The Limitless Spiritual Woman. And if you would like to book a one-to-one with me, then you need to use the links below so that you can do that. Take care, and I'll see you soon.